So you know those times when you got a bicycle and you need the need for speed? When the Blue Angels are coming? It's right now. We got to get there fast on the bike. So the Blue Angels fly 3 times a week here in Navy Point, and this little electric bike allows me to just kind of skirt back and forth, get there, get back. Gotta check this out. Man, it's a pretty day. It's a real pretty day. I just made a pass over. I almost missed the show. Check it out. They're screaming across over there. It's the Naval Air Station. There he goes. There's the other one. Come together right there. How cool is that? It just screamed over my head. There they go, there they go. So you've probably seen me on this thing riding back and forth all around Navy Point. Well, it's my Lectric 2.0. Had it for a while now, and it just hit over the 100-mile mark, and I figured what a good day for a review, because everybody wants to know, well, how good is it? I've gotten stopped quite a bit wanting to know about this thing. Well, if you haven't seen my other video, go watch it. I did one on it and one on the locks I got with it. But this thing is basically a folding electric bicycle. Well, yeah, electric bicycle that gets about, I don't know, it says 50 miles on a charge. Probably gonna really get about 40 something. Depends on how much you hog on it, you know. I go all throttle. I very rarely pedal. And so in this video, we're gonna talk about the things I like about it and things I don't like about it. And we might do some fishing in between. Here we go. So check this out. This is the 2022 model beach fishing bicycle. I mean, it'll go anywhere, it'll get anything. And I just need to put a cooler on the back of it. I'm pretty excited. Look, it's even got my rod holders. Put me a little cooler right here. I got a front crate I can put on the front. It's gonna be amazing, everybody. It's got 111 miles on it. Pretty pumped about that. 111 good miles. Got my throttle over here, my gears right here. Control this, good to go. Key is down there, which I got to turn on to get this thing going. Battery is right here. So it did take me a little while to learn how to ride this thing. It'll get up and go, and it's downright scary when it's at full throttle. You need a helmet sometimes. So you get good at it, wear a helmet. But I'll tell you, I got my fishing poles all rigged back there, and I can get around the neighborhood pretty fast. When the jack and bow come in, I hear them there on the point, I can fly on down there. Or I can be back on the other side pretty quick too. So it just gives me a lot of speed on the bicycle. See, where I live, there's this big 4-mile walking trail that goes around the water, and everybody in the neighborhood's got a bicycle. It's like a must. But you know, there's those days when you want to get somewhere quick and you don't want to exert a lot of energy, versus just a little beach cruiser, which I have, the Green Machine, and it's well noted. This one just allows me to kind of cruise around real fast. I can even go from here to downtown on it. I can go from here to the office. I mean, like, if you have, you know, if you're within a few miles of where you work or you live, you can honestly get by with just this thing and not have a car. So I figured I'd just start from the top, and I had this plan where I was going to take you around the neighborhood and like fish and film at the same time, but it's so windy out there. I don't know if I can do both. You won't be able to hear me talk. But I guess we'll start with the bad, and then we'll go to the good, because there's a lot of good, and there's just a few bads. But like the main one is like it's not a real good cruising bike just to be pedaled, and it's more of made for just being electrical. And the power assist starts at like 5 miles an hour. You're either going 5 miles an hour, you're going no pedal assist, or you're going over 5 miles an hour, if that makes sense. Like right now, I'm at 5, it kicks in, but if I want to just go slow and just creep along, like maybe like a beach cruiser, or like somebody would be riding along slow with you or walking beside you, got to turn the power assist off, or the pedal assist, which is, you know, up to you if you like that. Just being a bike itself, like it's not meant to be just like a bike itself, but it can be pedaled, you know, fairly decently. It's got real thick tires, which makes it tough to pedal. It's really, you know, you either want a beach cruiser and you pedal, or you want to do power assist or pedal assist and you want to get gone, son, and just throw the hammer down. And like we're already at 10, 15, plenty fast, baby. I mean, it'll get when it wants to go, okay? You know, when it comes to just using the power takeoff, or like the pedal assist to just, if you just want to throttle down and take off, it doesn't have a ton of power. So if you're a heavier person, it might not want to do that very well. But, ooh, I don't want to drop my camera back there. You know, I think it's got a 500 watt motor, which is, you know, you're not going to dirt bike with it, but it'll get you going and it'll take you where you want to go. And it gets up to top speed pretty decently. You know, if you're wanting to go fast off the line, you're gonna need a bigger motor, but it does good enough. That's where it excels. It's coming up bridges, going down bridges. It does really well with those really steep hills. It's just too windy. We gotta go back to the house. So, a little bit more about the bike. And you know, this video is not really gonna be like the specifics. The other video was the specifics. This is about what do I think about it, okay? No nuts, no bolts, no the nuts and bolts, those things. I've really enjoyed it. I really have. It's gotten me a lot of places. It's held together way better than I thought it was. And I'll tell you this, full disclosure, they sent me that thing like, I don't know, 6 months or a year ago, and I would have never, I'll be the first to tell you, I'd have never bought one just to buy one. I didn't really think or understood or understand any of it. I just said, you know what, send it to me, I'll try it. And they did. And I really enjoyed it. I go all over the place on it. I sold like 6 houses on that bad boy last year as a real estate agent here in the neighborhood. And it's got a lot of speed, okay? You saw me zooming around, okay? It's got enough get up and go to get you up and going. It'll do 20 miles an hour. I'll usually get about 35 miles-ish to 40 miles on a charge, okay? That's like the real world application because, you know, he on it. I'm just on it. I'm just constantly on it, okay? Going up the bridge, I'm on it. Going down the bridge, I'm on it. It's 0 to 20. It's not like, you know, an in-between. So I've really I've really rode this thing hard, okay? And I've slammed on the brakes every time because we don't slow stop around here. We just slam on brakes. It's been really good as far as maintenance and not braking. My brakes need tightening, and it happened a little while back. I don't know if you saw that video where I actually crashed the thing on the beach down here in Navy Point. You'll know that the brakes went out on me, but I just got to take it in and get a little maintenance. It came with a lock. The lock was not very good. Get your own lock, get a real lock. Go get a really good chain lock with a really good lock, or get a U-bolt shackle. Did a video on that too. You know, as far as like what I wanted to use it for was when we go out there, parks or state parks where you want to go do some beach fishing and you want to take your rods and you got to go a long way. That's what this thing's for. Or if you want to cruise around all the sidewalk fishing spots are on the big bridge, 3 Mile Bridge, Bob Sykes Bridge, all that getting on and off the bridge. This is your Mustang right here, okay? I got the big seat because nobody wants little seats. Those hurt. I got the biggest, cushiest one, and the one with the shock absorber. I've got a front piece. It's like it's one of these, but for the front. I haven't installed it yet. The light's got to go on it. And then, you know, you've got all your controls right here. So I know I've nitpicked it a lot, okay? Biggest one, I wish they would have put the battery charger in the bike. Okay, I know that would have inferred a little more cost on them, but I don't want to have to take the charger with me anywhere. So like, let's say I decide to drive from here to the office or downtown to like maybe get some brews or wherever legally, you know, safely, that if I wanted to charge it en route or on the back, I don't want to have to take the charger in my backpack, you know what I mean? So they should have figured out a way to just put it in a box on the bike. What I was thinking about doing was installing it on the front rack and put a little enclosure just so I can have the charger with me. And I don't know why they installed the key port under the bike. And so you got to reach down underneath it to turn the power on and off. I would have rather it on top or some other way. And sometimes the key can be a little, you know, you got to fiddle with it for a second. So, and don't lose your key. That's the only other one that I had an issue with. Now the good, I think I've said a lot of times, it's got a good amount of range, good amount of speed. It can fold. It's not real heavy because just what you're going to be your trade-off with. Some of the other bikes are really heavy, so your bike rack isn't going to work as well, you know. And it can really kind of be, you know, heavy if you got two of them, especially if you're putting it on like a camper rack or something. But as far as you've seen my camping videos, check those out if you haven't. This is perfect for those, like where you're going to Fort Pickens where the park's 7 miles long or whatever. You can get on this thing and go. And it's got pedal assist, 1, 2, and then it'll go full throttle, I think 20 miles an hour. It's got a governor on it. I think you can take it off. I'm not sure. If I was daily commuting, maybe a bigger motor, like 750. So this thing's got a 20 mile an hour limit, 500 watts on the motor, because I think that's the law. Like they have to keep them just under that because the legislature has thought in all their greatness that 500 watts is the most that you should be able to put on an electric bike. Well, you know, if you live in the city or a really mountainous area, you might need a little more, or if you want to get up and go, you might need a little more, or if the bike's heavier or you're a heavier person. I don't know why they limited it at 500. They should just put a top speed on it and just say 20 miles an hour, that's it. You know, but that's really not anything to do with the bike's fault. You know, I think on federal land, sometimes they can be a little more touchy about that stuff, but I think electric bikes are here to stay. They're pretty awesome. I enjoy it because I just come home, plug it back in. It's good to go for my next, you know, outing. I got charged it in like an hour and a half last night. It just needed a topping off, and it came with a charger. So me and Samantha both have bikes, and she's got a white one and I got a black one, and we can cruise wherever. You can put a baby carriage on the back of the thing, or you can put a cooler of beer on the back of it. I think it's got a 70-pound towing capacity or carrying capacity, which is pretty good. That's like 5 cases of beer. I don't see you going over that. I even wanted to use it for hunting. I was gonna put my rifle rack on the front and, you know, maybe, you know, whatever I'm gonna put on the back. You know, I'm not gonna pull a deer out with it, but I can get to and from where I'm hunting, or if I'm squirrel hunting or rabbit hunting, cover more ground. And it's pretty quiet. It's like riding in a golf cart. But I highly suggest you get one if you're in the books for one. I'll put in the link down below in the description box. And also, Little Jack had his first adventure in a pool yesterday. Well, actually, it was this weekend. What do you think, Little Jack? You like the hat? You like the hat, man? That's a cool hat. We gotta get you one just like it. I think you got one just like it, don't you? And I tell you, Little Jack had his first experience in a swimming pool this week. I don't know if y'all met Little Jack yet, but he's kind of a big deal. Navy Point Jack's making a hit. And he got to float around his little bitty baby float inner tube thing, sit in the shade and catch a nap. It was pretty cool, and he's been doing really good. I thank all you guys that ran over there and gave him some support and subscribed to his channel. I'll put it down below, and he's on Instagram. He's doing his thing over there, you know, just photo bombing and, you know, being with dinosaurs and catching insects and stuff. So I'll see you guys on the next vlog. That was pretty fun.